No front, no front, no front, no front. We don't want no frontin' on the show. No front, no front, no front.
All right. Hey, everybody. It's your girl AM with No Friend the Podcast. And I got a special guest, man. It's my barber, a person very dear to my heart and my hair, as y'all see. But go ahead and let people know a little bit about yourself, T, man.
Man, how everybody doing? How you doing, man? I appreciate you for having me on here first off. You know what I'm saying? But my name is T Da Barber, and I'm a barber out here in Dallas, Texas. You know what I'm saying? And y'all gotta bear with me. This is my first interview ever. So
I'm
this is
cut it
my
off.
first time ever. So yeah, I mean I ain't nervous, but you know.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. But see, so yeah, she's a barber, as y'all can see, and she does damn good if you ask me. Uh, you know, I would say my groupies, my fans appreciate how I be looking. But T, I say you're a barber. See your
Yes,
work.
sir.
How long have you been cutting hair, man?
I've been cutting hair for I say on and off for about 12 years,
Oh,
but I got my license about 4 years ago. And I mean, hey, I think it was one of the best decisions I could have ever made, like ever made. So
I
yeah.
feel you. So what made you? So you've been doing it for 12. So I know, like that's why I mentioned it was your passion and it became your career. Like, what made you transition to kind of like getting your license? And I don't say taking it more seriously, but just getting your license. What made you want to take that step forward?
Well, I mean, I was born into the industry. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, I can pretty much do anything. I just sometimes limit myself, but not really so much as just limit myself. But my mom is a beautician. She been a beautician, that's cosmetology for well over 30 years. So all my
Oh,
life, you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? She's been doing hair. She's been doing hair since she was about 12. So yeah, that's really all I know is like working with people and making people look, presentable and nice and feel good about themselves. So, I took a liking into it. And I mean, not only that, I mean, it's a good way to provide for yourself. You can make it a career. It's not just a hustle. A lot of people look at it as being a hustle, but I look at it as a career, how I provide for myself and for my family. And
Mhm.
even I have enough to, help others and give to others. So definitely, like, that's my
Okay.
main reason for taking it serious, just you know, to
Beyond all of
become
this.
full time and make it, not just a hobby or something like that part time.
Yeah. So, how old were you when you first picked up clippers? Like you say you already been around like beauticians in the shop, but how old were you when you first picked up your first pair?
Well, when I first picked up clippers, man, what's I don't know them little quick weaves that they shave in the back, but mom's been having me doing that since forever.
you
So, but I mean, when I actually like, decided like to go more into like more of the men, you know, I say, um, I was about 18, 19, you
okay.
know,
I was
yeah.
say
So
that's pretty young. I mean, but it's good. That's a good time to start, though. That's how you perfect your skill and your talent. But your mom used to make you cut the wigs hair, and she used to be like, "Hey, be mama's little helper."
yeah, yeah, yeah.
How
She
was
had
it,
me
y'all?
doing everything. It was a side hustle, man. That's how I survived, like in school. So little stuff ins and out like she used to teach us. So
How was it
yeah.
though? So when you first started with to cut hair, it's like men's hair, and take it seriously. How did your mom feel? Since that was kind of like that's her field as well. Did she like excited that you were going into the same aspect, same field as her?
Well, see, she really wanted me to she wanted me to be, a beautician, but I didn't want to do that. And I don't have no offense to the ladies or anything, but I don't like working with the women. No offense, not in that way,
Not in
but
a way.
I don't like the hairstyling part about it. I like cutting. Cutting is different. Cutting is like a style of art. Like, not I ain't saying doing hairdos is not, but cutting hair, it looks easy to the eye. But when you actually pick them clippers up and you try to make that nice fade, or you try to make that edge up to where that edge up is crispy, I mean, hey,
No, this it's hard.
it ain't
It's hard.
easy.
I have fucked up many of hairline trying to fix my shit. Trying to do some shit to my hair. If I need a quick one. Nah, I leave it to the professionals. Uh, but when we talk
Yeah.
about artistry, so you talk about artistry. Have you ever been in like any like hair shows or any like barber shows? Have you thought about it? Did you
I
have?
have not. I have always wanted to, but I've just been trying to ground myself and make sure that I'm sort of kind of a perfectionist. So I kind of like, I'm my own worst enemy. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I need to stop doing that because I speak about that a lot. But I just like, I don't know. I may in the future. I may in the future. Let's just leave it at that. I may in the future.
May in the future. But you
Maybe.
also so with top on top of you cutting hair, you also go into locks as you have your own locks. You also went into locks, and you also know how to braid hair. What made you kind of like add that to your repertoire in regards to things you're able to do?
Mm, well, like I said, I knew how to do that first. So
Oh, okay.
I'm never gonna forget where I came from. A lot of people, they don't they forget. But no, my mom taught me how to braid. I like to keep that, in there somewhere. I ain't no big braider. I don't, do it a lot. I do it sometimes. I got a couple few clients that,
Hmm.
like the braid. But I love the locks. It's natural. It's I just like helping people, like, look nice. Like, I like to see people smile. So I'll do any style in hair. I just I would prefer cutting hair, but I'll do it all. Yeah.
Right. So when you say make people look nice, you ever had someone like they say you don't like dealing with the women, but I know you do cut women. I mean, I'm a female, but you more feminine women's hair. Do you think that they like it a particular way? Are they really like particular in regards to how
Oh
they want
yeah,
it cut?
women is very particular. The men are kind of
Yeah.
sort of like laid back. They just be like, "Hey, you a female? I trust you. Make me look nice." I'm like, "Hey, I'm still human. I know what looking nice mean. I know what it
Yeah.
looks like. I got you. That's
Yeah, I
it."
say you gotta have trust in your barber. You gotta have trust in your barber. When now that's real though. Like I know most of your clients tell you that they trust you with their hair. I know I tell you that all the time when I don't know what
Yeah,
like what I really really want, like level and things of that nature. But when you right now you've been doing it for so many years. When you first started out, what was like the main thing that was like really difficult or challenging when you first started cutting hair?
man.
I know
Like I
it's been a
said, I'm a
while.
perfectionist, so I wanted to get that. I wanted to get that blend, like
Mm,
that fade. I wanted to master that fade. I feel like if you can't fade, I don't know. I don't
can't cut
know.
hair. Can't cut
You
hair.
can't cut hair.
Can't cut hair.
You can
No,
have
that's
a
real.
crispy edge up and all of that. But if that fade is not there with it, I don't think it's gonna slide.
I'm not gonna lie, I went in the barbershop and they were having a whole argument about this dude not fading somebody's, not blending someone's hair perfectly. And they were right. I got close and you could see the lines. I was like, mm. And then the guy was looking like now
Yeah,
he wanted somebody else to cut his hair. That's important, right? Like again, being in the shop, you don't realize those type of things, but talking to a barber, you realize like real skill and techniques that goes into it. And also about your equipment. Like what do you use? Like what clipper? I know clippers really matter in regards to getting the right type of cut. You have a particular brand of clippers you like to use more than others?
well, I think when you ask, what particular brand,
Mm. It
I
gets tricky.
think that's kind of like universal with everybody, for the simple fact is um different people use different brands, and some people are better with one brand than they are with the other brand.
Mhm.
As if I'm good with Andy's, you may be good with Walt. I don't know. Or you have Beyblades. You have different, it's so many out now. I mean, I wouldn't just say I use about three or four. So there's
Oh,
no particular brand that I would prefer over another. I mean, they're all good. It's all about how you line them up, how you work with them, how you learn the clipper. As if you learn the clipper, you can master the clipper. That's
But
my advice.
how long did it take you? Would you say to? I know you say you're a perfectionist, but I would say you have mastered it. How long did it take you think took you to master it?
I give myself goals. I stick to one thing at a time. Like, if I'm gonna get the blend first, I'm gonna get the blend. Now let's work on that for about, you know, this amount of time, and then we're gonna switch over and see if we can do something else, or, you know, but like I said, it's really about how fast you learn those clippers. If you
Mm-hmm.
learn those clippers, I mean, you got it. I can't really remember when I first
Like,
learned it, but I was like, hey, I got it now.
but I say, would you teach anyone? Like, would you like have a student, or like have an apprentice that you would kind of like show the ropes if you had the
Oh,
opportunity?
definitely. And I'm looking for anybody that's, you know, looking to enter the barber field that wants to be guided. I can help you with your fades. Hey, I'm I'm here. Yeah.
Did Would you say that when you started or when you came here, when you first started getting your license, you had like did anyone mentor you? Did you have like a particular mentor or someone that was helping you out, or you kind of like did it all by yourself, really?
So at first, when I moved here, I'm originally from Arkansas, so I've been out here for about 6 years now. When I moved out here, I mean, I didn't really know anyone. So I had to start basically from ground up. So me starting from ground up, kind of, I had it a little bit harder. I mean, I wasn't upset about it or anything. Like, I enjoyed it, like being new, because I
Mhm.
knew it would push me to work harder. But not having anybody, you know, to like support you, as far as like if I was
Yeah.
home, I would, hey, everybody, let's do it, let's
Let
get
me
it.
cut you up
You
real
know,
quick.
yeah, but out here, I'm like, I don't know somebody. Like, this person already got a barber. This person don't know me. It's hard. People don't really trust people no more. So it's kind of hard. Like, people are loyal, and I salute everybody that's loyal to their barbers. Like, I would never tell you to switch your barber. Like, it's okay to have one or two. Just one for backup or two for backup. You know what I'm saying? But I salute to those who hold their barbers down, because that's real. But man, yeah. So,
Is that why you kind of like? Well, it's good that you're so open to help. Will you say that that's one of the reasons why you're willing to help someone else is because you know how difficult and challenging it can be to kind of do it by yourself?
oh, definitely. I mean, don't get me wrong. Well, I'm gonna say during school, while I was attending school, to obtain my license, I met some really, really cool people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still in contact with a lot of those people. Of course, some people gonna make it and some are not. I'm still in contact with them, and they doing well in their career. And man, I'm hoping to work with them again, or something like that. And then as I left school, I entered a shop, and I met some amazing people there. Like, the leadership, everything. I can't speak, negative on anything. Like, as far as the opportunities, and
Yeah.
I appreciate it, definitely. So I've been surrounded by some pretty cool people, man. Some nice mentors I've had.
I say, how is it? So right now, you're in like a private studio, you're like in a private shop. How has that experience been? Like, from transitioning from like a big, like just like an open barber shop to more of your own like studio salon type setting.
Definitely a big change, but I think people are moving so more. Well, I mean, over to that side. Like,
Mm.
don't get me wrong, the open barbershops are still nice. They're still doing their thing, and salute to everybody with a shop. Like, I plan to have me a shop in the future, so I definitely hope it, continue to be around. Like, and, but the private suite allows a lot more like one-on-one interaction with your clients, to get to know your clients more. And of course, we went through a couple years with COVID,
Oh
so
yeah.
that kind of that that changed a lot in the world as far as being around a crowd of people. So,
Yeah.
you kind of have to do what was best for you. And I think anybody that's in a private suite would agree.
Yeah. I think private suite was. I don't. Did you transition to a private suite before, or was it like during COVID?
So this is how some of my clients came to me, and it was actually after, but during COVID, once everything was allowed to open back up, and it just a bunch of my clients was just, coming to me about a lot of, losing people that they knew and how comfortable they felt. And some still had to return to work. Some still wanted to look nice just for themselves. So, a lot of people was asking would I, consider being in a smaller environment, and I knew what that meant. So I kind of balanced it between myself
Mm.
and, safety for myself and safety for others. And I
Yeah.
didn't want me being in an open shop to stop no one in the open shop from,
From coming in and doing it.
succeeding,
Yeah.
yeah, and taking care of family.
And
So
I understand it. That's definitely like a safe and smart decision. And then again, being able to keep your clientele safe and them still coming to you. And again, you say you still stay in the same area. So yeah, I understand
correct.
that completely. So we were talking about safety of others and about family. And the main topic of this episode is really about how you're managing balancing work and about being a parent, a new parent, fresh out here. Um, I know you said well, how is it being a new parent in this world right now?
Whew. Okay, so first, I'll go in a little backstory. I know, sometimes there are questions, but no, backstory, I know. Sorry. Hold
You
up.
good?
Give me a second. I messed up. All right. No, so no, but being a parent is a blessing, and the child don't necessarily have to be biologically yours, or however it come from you. You didn't have to give birth, however you want to put it. Like, the child don't have to or come from you, be a part of you, or come from you for you to
Mhm.
be a role model and to be there and support and in love.
Right.
So
Hmm.
I would say becoming a parent in this world today, it's pretty scary, but it's definitely a blessing. You know what I
Mm.
mean? And I just want to, as I said to you earlier, before I came on, I was gonna, you know, I would like to give just a moment of silence and send prayers out to everybody that is going through a lot from
Mm.
these mass
Yeah.
shootings and these school shootings. Like, it was I think it was 17 kids that lost their lives and two adults.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And that's one of the decisions that I'm battling with right now. And my baby boy and my baby girl is 12 and my baby boy is he'll be 4 months in a couple days. And I'm battling if I want him to go to public school,
Yeah.
and I'm worried about my 12-year-old, and it's scary. Like, it's just scary. It's
I
scary.
say, I say it's challenging in regards to where can you take your kids and they're safe. Like, where can I go with my kids and I know know that they're safe. Like, it's different than feeling that they're safe. Because of course we always feel your kids are safe at school, but actually knowing that they're safe is completely different. So with the 12-year-old, like, how has she seen the news? Like, does she watch it?
I know it's happening everywhere, but I don't even know. I don't well, let me start by this. I know she have heard something because kids talk. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's going
Yeah.
to get around. But I don't feel like it's something that the kids should have to worry about. But
Yeah.
nowadays, you just like, maybe I need to mention it. Just show awareness of, What can you do? What should you do at this time? But it's like, what can
Yeah.
you tell a child?
Yeah, I was gonna say like it's good that you're thinking about it, but it is that's a difficult that's a difficult conversation to have. Like, what do you say? Like, what measures do you take? And crazy thing is, we're talking about social media, about taking breaks from social media. Someone was posting about getting their child a bulletproof slip that you put in your child's backpack. Now that's a hard conversation to have with your child. Like, I'm putting this in your backpack just in case someone comes to your school with a gun. You can use your backpack as a shield. That's a hard conversation to have. Um, like I
But
say,
it's like this. If it becomes if it becomes it well if it get to that extent, I'm sorry if you hear the thumping and I don't know what's
oh, I
going on.
can't, I can't, I can't hear you. You're
Okay.
good.
Yeah. But it's getting to the point to where I feel like if it even get that far to where you have to put a shield in your child's backpack, would you want other kids with backpacks in the classroom?
Yeah,
If you know what I mean? Because it's like some of the school shootings are happening within the classrooms. Some are just people randomly walking into the
into
school
your
or
school.
walking
Yep.
up to the school. So it's like I don't know which way to look. I don't know whether I should, consider this shield or vote for no backpacks in school.
Yeah, because I know a while back when the like, unfortunately, mass shootings are coming more and more popular. But I know when one happened a while back, that was a discussion that Texas schools were thinking about just doing no backpack rule. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. I don't know what needs to happen, but clearly something. I feel like I personally say it's going to take someone suing the government. It's going to take someone taking them to court and saying that you are liable for my child not being here because you refuse to have gun control. That's gonna be the end of it all, is someone actually suing the government and making them make it all 50 states gun regulation, not just Texas. Like we talk about, I say Texas, like no, it
But
has to be
what type
Buffalo.
of regulations would you consider the right?
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, I know Swiss. I was watching again. I've been looking at more information. It was a
well,
mass shooting that
first, well,
happened.
first, let me say this: how would you be able to get all of these guns that are now on the
Already on.
street off
Okay,
the street?
good point. Yeah,
Who's going to willingly give you their gun?
yeah,
Who's going to willingly, when there's so many people that has so many issues with each other, that don't like each other, people are dying about this. Like,
yeah,
like I honestly don't know how it would be solved. I mean, my personal feelings is I definitely feel sorry for everybody in the situation, even the kids that are committing the crimes, because most of
yeah.
these people are kids. Like 18, I don't see you being an adult. You know what
No.
I'm saying? I don't see it, because if you were an adult, you would be somewhere working, taking care of yourself, and making something of your life. You know what I mean? Like these, I don't know. Like I honestly couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a lot of kids making permanent decisions. These are permanent decisions you can't ever take back. And it's like, I guess you're a good point. It's like, how do you can't backtrack. You can't take all the guns that already have been purchased.
Hmm.
You can't. That is too late. That aspect, the guns that are out here that already circulate, it is too late. Moving forward, I mean, I don't know enough to say like we need to do this, and that. But we can look at other countries, other places that have had gun control, that haven't had mass shootings in decades, that have these things in place, and try to put them in place so that way less guns are out. I mean, that's the only thing I can think about. But as you said, the ones that are already out there is
And it's
unfortunately,
millions of guns already out on the streets. Like
yeah,
man, it's so easy to get a gun on the streets. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like
yep,
I could probably.
Find somebody.
Man,
Yeah.
find somebody if I'm looking. Somebody probably
Yeah.
sitting with 50 of them in their house waiting on somebody to come up to sell it. I don't know. But my thing is this, I honestly think everything starts at home. And
True.
I think if more people pay more attention to their kids, I think most problems start from childhood trauma. And I stand firm on that, and I won't bend. And I think that's pretty much, the root of all trouble
Mm.
for the
I say yeah.
offender.
Yeah, because they were interviewed the guy's grandfather. He said he didn't even know he had guns. And how you hide an assault rifle, how you hide that much ammunition, how you sneak that into a house, how you not having conversation where you can, where open conversations where you know that they're out, they're like open conversation about where you are. And I granted, we're kids. He's 18, he's a kid. You may lie about where you are, but at least you should know somewhat of what's going on in someone living in your house. Like something. Like the grandfather had no clue. No idea.
And apparently he shot the grandmother, and it's like
Yeah.
nobody noticed anything.
Yeah.
And I understand being raised by the grandparents. No, I did. I was raised by my grandmother, but I was also raised in my mom's home. But my grandma was a big part of our life growing up. So,
Mhm.
you know, I didn't come from a rich family or anything like that. But I don't know. I believe in paying attention, and
Yeah.
I pay attention to a lot. So people be like, but you can't watch your kids 24/7. You can't watch your kid 24/7. But you know what? 23 of those
Yeah.
24s, I'm going to be in there. You know why? Because I feel like that's important. You
It
know what
is.
I'm saying? I don't care if you get on their nerves. But at some point, like, my grandma hey, she was tough on us. But I look at it, and my mom was a little more lenient on us. She didn't really care, but she cared. It was
Yeah.
things that we could and couldn't do. There were limits and stuff, but my grandma was just like, no, 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 no. If it ain't my house, y'all ain't going nowhere.
Going over
You
there.
know,
Yep.
so you know, looking at it, I used to be like, man, mom was really strict, but she really wasn't. She
No, she
just was
was.
trying to save us and help
Yeah.
us, and she was showing concernment about things that were happening around us that she didn't want for us to be involved in. Like she didn't
Yeah.
want us hanging in the streets and things like that. And I appreciate all of that. I appreciate all of that.
Yeah. But you made a good point though. It's about being aware. It's about also taking the time to get to know your child, being observant of your child's behavior. But that's why the topic is balancing work and parent, because a lot of parents are at work. A lot of times, you have someone else taking care of your child. You got your child taking care of your other child, or you have the neighbor, or you got other
Yep.
people, or you got them taking care of themselves because you're at work. You're not balancing actually taking the opportunity when you get off work instead of you going to doing the same shit over and over again. Sit down and actually talk to your child. Sit down, go on your child's Instagram. Sit down, and go to your child's phone. Sit down,
Exactly.
ask your
And
child who
see,
their
I'm
friends
totally
are.
against social media with the kids. So, in a sense, yeah, I'm totally against social media with the kids. I mean, I'm against it. I think there should be an age, and I think the age should be well over 16 when you have successfully entered high school. When you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's
Yeah,
a lot of 12, 13-year olds,
on the
10-year
ground.
olds that's growing up on social media. And I mean, to each his own, but hey, that's who's raising your child. That's what I
Yeah,
feel, you
yeah, and they
know.
get to see all of it. That's
And
why I asked. Yeah, that's why I asked about the
and
12-year-old, but she doesn't have social media, so she may have heard it, but at least it's contained
but
because you got.
my 12-year-old has a social media, and you know, that's a big problem between me and her mom. But at the same time, I have to allow her to have a say so, because like
Yeah,
I said, you don't have to have the child biologically, for the child to be yours. But
yeah,
we are good, great co-parents. Like we
Yeah.
are good. But it's certain things that I wouldn't agree on that she may agree on. She
Mm,
feel like and don't get me wrong, my baby girl, she has all A's, probably maybe one or two B's here and there, but
yeah.
she's all AP classes at the age of 12. She don't we don't have problem with boys at this point right now, but so we try to give her a little more leeway than, you know,
Yeah,
I
but
would want.
do you watch it? You know what? Not watch it. Is there a way?
Oh
Is there a
yeah.
way
Oh,
to
I'm
like?
watching. I'm
I was
listen,
like,
I'm on
yeah.
the phone. Mama, correct it. Get it right. Get it right.
Like, why am I seeing this?
Get
No.
it right. Yeah, if I'm against it, I want it right, and all I say is no provocative music, no nudity, like none of that. I don't want to see none of that,
Yeah. Is
from a 12-year-old.
Do you watch who she follows and who's allowed to follow her?
And I do.
Okay, that's
But
good. Yeah.
how school is now, I don't know who's a kid
Yeah.
anymore. You know what I mean? That's why I
Yeah.
said social media. But all I say is this: as she posts, I don't want to see it, but her mom says she monitors it a lot, and
Okay.
I'm just praying and hoping because I stay 8 hours away, so I can't be on her like I would like. But when she's with me, I do go through everything. I'm
Thing.
nosy. I'm nosy. I'm deleting. I'm
Yeah.
nosy. I'll delete a number if I see a number that I feel like don't supposed to be in there. I'm nosy.
I mean, but there's
I'm
nothing wrong with
involved.
it. At a certain age, nosiness is necessary because kids shut down. Kids, we don't like you stop talking to your parents. You don't always tell your parents everything. So being nosy is just being concerned and also being present. Like if you don't know what's going on in your child life, find out. You have every right to find out by any means necessary. That's your child. And to keep them safe, you have to go to those levels, especially in this climate. I mean, not just mass shootings, but you also have these weirdos and pedophiles and other people that can't be trusted on the internet, um, on these different sites, on these different ways that get access to your kids and whole different other side of it. So I completely understand. So with the baby, I'm going to assume that you're going to have some of the same aspects of trying to keep him from being on social media.
So with the baby, and I don't post him much, and that's a reason,
Yeah,
that's a
for
reason
safety.
why. It's a lot of things going on in this world that we can't speak on, and hey, I salute to anybody that's doing what they doing and living the way they want to live. I don't knock you, I'm not judging you, but I would say at 4 months now, I'm just enjoying the time that we could share in private. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say that social media won't be an option for him, but I just want you to accomplish things to be rewarded
yeah,
because that's how life was given to me. And I feel like if you work for it, you will appreciate it more.
yeah. I didn't get a cell phone till freshman year of high school. They could be my kids. They're gonna have a church. You gonna have to call me 911 and maybe one or two other people. And
Man,
people, and they made
that's
that
it.
sound crazy, but you're not getting no iPhone. No, I didn't get an iPhone. You know what I got? I got a BlackBerry
I had a
when I
flip singular phone. Do you hear me? It was the little
ain't
pink
nothing
one.
wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's safe. That was all you had to do. All you do was text and call. You couldn't do shit else. That's all you need to do. What else you need to do? You need nothing else. I mean, but it's real. I mean, it just it. I mean, I'm not a parent yet. I don't know if it's going to happen for me. I don't know. If it does, I know what I feel I'm going to do as a parent. Which at the time when my parents did me like that, I didn't. I was upset. But in this climate, I understand completely. I didn't have social media to ninth grade. I didn't have a cell phone. I didn't have a laptop. None of that stuff until I was like ninth or tenth grade. And I think it made me a better person. And my parents were able to keep tabs on me more, and I was safer because I had to go through them to do a lot of things. I couldn't have access to all that stuff myself. Um, but with you being a barber, with you working like for you, because when you work for yourself, you're your own boss. Do you think that
Correct.
that gives you like more time to have that private time with your baby?
Oh, definitely, definitely.
And I know you would
And
trade it for the world.
I mean, like my lady's here 24/7, of course, and she's an awesome mom. So I can't complain about that. And it has made her grow, in a major way. And don't get
Mm.
me wrong, I know a lot of people be like, they gonna say, are y'all married or is this and this and this and that? Listen, live your life the way you want to live it. There's no rules or guidelines to this life. And that's the
Nah,
problem with people.
yeah,
Everybody is not meant to operate on same time and same activities and same hobbies and all of this at the same time in what everybody else is doing. You got to do
yeah.
what's best for you in the situation that you are in. You know what I mean? So, hey, whatever decisions anybody make, I don't judge. I love it. Hey, listen, no,
No,
wrong
right there.
side.
It's
Look,
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
look, love
Love
wins.
wins.
You hear me? Like,
Nah, I feel you. I mean, and again, about like you not being a biological mother mean absolutely shit. Being a parent is being fucking present. Being a parent is being there. Being a parent is being a role model. Being a
exactly,
parent is fucking take care of a child.
exactly.
That's all that matters. And even if you had a child by yourself, like it is good that you do have, your woman, your lady there, that you have a partner that is just as good as a mother as you are. But as you said,
Hmm.
if you had a child by your goddamn self, ain't nobody's fucking business. And as long as you take care of your child and your child in good health and your baby is doing well out here in the world and and you got everything paid for them, that's all that really matters. That's
That's
all that
true.
matters.
I agree
Yeah.
with you. I definitely agree
Okay.
with you.
But so I'm not a parent yet. So what is the most I'm gonna say what has been the most exciting thing about being a parent?
Man, you know, how like when you sleep and you hear some little voices in your head, but it's really a little human, and that little human just wakes up every morning just talking. And when you turn over, the little human is right there talking and smiling at you. Like, I would say that's the best gift in the world. Like, to wake up and know that somebody like is happy to see you.
See you.
Like, happy to see you. I'm not gonna
Happy
lie.
happy you awake. Like, oh, you're finally awake.
Like, just happy. That's it. But see, he has his days where he want to wake up and he be like, I don't want mama. I don't
He'll
want
be
you either.
he'll
Somebody
be
take me out
fuzzy.
of here. Yeah, he got his days. He got his days, but most of the time he wake up and he just happy that one of us is up to get him, and he's
Mhm.
happy to see both of us. He gonna look at both of us and smile.
With the little toothless with no teeth, just gums, just smile.
Nothing but gums, gum and slob. That's
Well,
it, man.
well, nothing wrong with that, man. And speaking of the work aspect, would you be happy that if any one of your kids, like both your kids, go into the same profession as you?
Actually, my baby girl want to learn how to braid, so I supposed to be teaching her
Oh,
that,
oh, that's
giving her
good.
a couple classes this summer. So she also want to work on nails, and my girl is a licensed nail tech, so
Okay.
she's going to be teaching her that. So, like, yeah, I'm gonna try to keep both of them. Like I said, there's no guideline. You know what I
Mm,
mean? And I'm gonna try to do what's right for every situation and every position I feel like I can
mm,
within the time that I need to. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
just saying like now she's 12 and she's focused on this. If she decides to change her mind, I'm cool with that. I'm gonna support you in that and I'm gonna help you with that. If he don't decide to cut hair, he never want to touch clippers ever, whatever he decides to do, I'm 100% behind him. But I'm also
yeah,
gonna teach him. You can cut hair just in your spare time. It can get you
yeah.
by. It can help you get to the next level. Like, you don't have to not do something because you don't want to do it forever. But it's okay
Right.
to learn it. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. It's a
learn
skill. I
as
mean,
much
nothing
as
wrong
you
with learning a
can.
skill. Yeah. But I say it's just another skill that he can apply. Right? Again, even you don't want to do it, you can teach it. You can do it as styles as you mentioned, or it could be a full out
Hmm.
career. But
because we didn't have a lot of opportunities growing up. So
mm,
like the opportunities that everybody have now is so different,
different.
like, and I'm just speaking on 10 years ago. I'm speaking on 15 years ago, 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I'm going all the way back as far as 20 years that I can speak on. When I was about 10, I started paying attention to the world. Before
Yeah.
then, I ain't have a care in the world. I just used to be, hey, this little kid playing. I want to play. Let's go play. Woo, woo, woo. Hey, I taught myself how to drive. I felt like I was grown. That's the country life. So yeah.
Yeah. No, but that's what's up, man. I mean, I get it completely. I'm not gonna lie. Whatever. I'm gonna lie. I want my kids to play sports. I'm that person, but I'm not gonna force it.
Mm,
It's not gonna be a force. Nothing I
yeah.
ever do with my kids, I want to be forced. But if they ever say they want to play a sport, oh, I'm gonna be gun ho. I'm gonna pay for everything. You want to go to this camp? Let's go. You want to go to that camp? Let's go. Even if it's cheerleading, gymnastics, I don't care if it's
Well,
swimming.
my baby girl just became a cheerleader for her middle school now. She just entered middle school. So
Oh,
she she's a cheerleader. She made the team, and she's about to go to camp and everything. And we had to pay over almost $1,000 for that camp. Look, listen, it ain't easy. That's all I'm gonna say.
I
We
agree.
had an angel though, so hey, shout out to that angel. I love him to death. But I say this: that's okay to do, but always find something that you can do for yourself.
Mm.
Always find something that you can do for yourself, because if anything was to ever shut down, how could you survive? How could you, use what God gives you, your hands, your feet, your brain? How can you apply that to make it? And COVID kind of taught me that in a way. I didn't really realize how talented so many people were until COVID hit. A lot of people lost jobs, but they
Yeah.
gained jobs from themselves. They was working for themselves, like, yeah,
Yeah.
So hey, learn something. It don't have to be nothing picky to the
Crazy.
brain. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
anything. Like I said, if my baby boy never want to cut hair, at least learn how to cut.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's a bonding experience too. That's something y'all can do together.
Exactly.
Also what parents need to learn how to do is do things with your kids. I mean,
Mhm.
even if it is just dinner. I mean, me and my family, we didn't do it all the time, but we at least sit down at the dinner table every once in a while and we talk.
Yeah,
Because you gotta do stuff with your kids. Your kids shouldn't always just be in the room or doing this and that. You gotta spend time with your kids. Like as you mentioned, like teaching your daughter how to braid, that's gonna be a whole bonding experience. Even if she never does it again, she can say that me and my mom sat down one time and she taught me how to braid hair. And I know how to braid hair. I don't like doing it, but I know
definitely.
how because she taught me how.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's definitely true.
I like the yeah, be like
So,
doing something just with your hands or something simple, and but it could be a career, it could be your job, but also be something that can help you be a better parent. You can teach your child.
yeah.
Um, but before we wrap up, I'm going to go ahead and show everybody your IG because as y'all see, she got me right,
Yeah.
and if you want to let her get you right, you go ahead and follow the IG at the bottom. But I know you got some other social media sites, and then you also are on the app where they can book you. Go ahead
Is
and plug your stuff, man.
underscore T underscore the
Ah,
bar.
I am so sorry. Let me go ahead and just edit this real quick.
Yeah. Just put the underscore in front of the T. Yeah. So it's underscore T underscore the underscore barber.
Is it I
And
am?
yeah,
Okay, bet. Here you go. Yay. I apologize about that. Okay.
that's it.
Bet. Okay. Follow this. This is right, people. I apologize. If you're listening, it's I underscore T underscore DA underscore the barber. But followers,
Definitely.
man, if you're not watching this, you can't see this clean haircut, but it's nice though, y'all. If you are watching, you know we can get a nice little cut in the DFW area, man. But also, again, you're on different social media sites. Go ahead and plug them in where they can book you.
All right, y'all can book me on the Cut app. The link is on my Instagram page, or you can DM me and I can send you the link. But yeah, just go on my I'm underscore T underscore the underscore barber on Instagram, and I'm T Da Barber on Facebook.
All right, man,
Check
y'all
me
hit her
out.
up, man. I say she good. She's talented. She out here. She's a real person. And what I mean by that is she ain't one of these fake barbers that really just cut your hair and don't talk to you. It's all business. You can get to know your barber. I know I like that. So you looking for something like that and get
Look,
this
we have
nice.
plenty of
I don't
conversations.
like plenty of conversation. Y'all just blessed enough to catch one
Hey, and I'm
on this
always
show
looking
today.
for somebody I can have a debate with. I love having debates. I love it. I love it. Bring me a topic.
Right. So even if y'all don't see eye to eye, she still will cut your hair good.
Yeah, definitely.
But T man, I appreciate you for the cut and I appreciate you for the conversation, man. It's been real. We always have good conversations, and thank you for having me have it on live with all these
Man,
people watching. Um, until next time, y'all. Again, well, thank y'all for watching. Thank everyone that listening to the show as well. Other than that, y'all, peace.
I salute.